Uh, so your first obstacle is you are not very computer friendly or very not tech savvy and not confident about teaching online. So I'll share some of the tips to cope up with the online teaching. The first thing is don't fear technology. It is very simple to learn. And like the English grammar, there are few basic grammar and syntax with the technology. Everything is same. And when you start learning with one tool, you just get adapted with all the tools. All the tools, like we have Google Meet, we have Zoom, and we have a WebEx app. We have different platforms to reach out to kids to teach them online, and all of them share the same features. You can turn on and off your mic, you can turn on and off your video, and in Zoom also you have the same options. And the difference between a Google Meet and Zoom: in Google Meet you can share multiple screens at the same time, but in Zoom only one person can share your screen. So if you are taking English classes, Zoom will suit you because only you will be sharing your screen. So if you want your students also want to share their screen, and you want to see them at the same time, you can choose Google Meet, where you can share multiple screens at the same time. And same is with WebEx. WebEx has the same features like Google Meet and Zoom. So just learn the technology. Everything is very simple to learn. You just need to learn how to turn on and off your video and how to share your screen. So this is how the Zoom interface looks like. Here to the bottom you have muting and unmuting your mic. You can turn on and off your video, and you can share your screen by clicking this green icon, where you can click this arrow and your screen gets shared. You get three options. You can either share your entire screen, or you can share just one whole window, or just one single tab. So when you are playing video, or when you are playing any animations for the students, you can use this Chrome sharing your single tab. So learn to use the technology. It is very simple, and most of the teachers who have been teaching traditionally have shifted to online teaching, and they have adapted the tools. So it is the time now. You should just start practicing and learning the technology, and after from 5 to 10 session, it will be very easy to handle for you, and you will become an expert in it. So we'll see how to create a Zoom link. So whereas your students can join using the link, and you can create a recurring link. So when you go to this zoom.us, you need to sign in. You can use either your Gmail ID. You can log into your Gmail, and you can host the meeting and provide the details of the meeting, like the time, date, and you want to start. So you'll get all the link to be shared. So after you have signed in, you will get this screen where you have all your upcoming and previous meetings here, and you can set a meeting template here. So when you have to schedule a new meeting, you can just create schedule meeting. Whereas you have to fill all the details, you can give the topic of the meeting. If you are handling English session, you can give English grade 7 classes or English grade 4 sessions. So the topic and the description, it's optional. You can just provide the description and the date of the event and the duration. So you can add the time zone, and if it's recurring, you can click recurring. So the meeting link will be recurring, and you can use it anytime. And if you want to protect it with a passcode, generally we don't do that, but if you want, you can use the passcode to and provide it to the students, and the students can use this passcode to enter in. So when you enable the waiting room, when the students access the link and join to your room, they will not get directly admitted. They'll be asking the permission for you to allow them inside. So they'll be in the waiting room, and after you give the access, they come in, and the video settings and all the meeting options, when you just save it, all these details get saved, and you can add them to your Google Calendar. And if you want to Okay, so after you save and create the meeting, you'll get this page where you can add all these details to your Google Calendar, and you can copy this invite link, copy this invitation, and if you want you can just copy the link and the meeting ID with passcode and send it to your students for them to log in. So when you start, the event gets started and you can start taking the session. So in default, all the sessions, all the free sessions under Zoom are only 40 minutes. So when the 40-minute session gets over, you can just, as we have selected the recurring meeting, the students can join again using the same link, and it is the same procedure. They can just click the link and they'll be in the waiting room. You have to accept them, and again a new 40-minute session will begin.